Hey guys, Dave here. Today on Steel Euphoria, I thought we'd take a look at this little fella here from Case Knives. This is a 32 pattern Stockman. And this little guy here measures in at 3 5/8 inches closed and has an overall weight, at least this particular version, of 2.2 ounces. So it's going to be nice and light in the pocket to carry. Something to tote around and not have to worry about it. It still has decent sized blades on it for everyday use, whatever you want to do with it. And this one is in the what they call the Cayenne bone, and you can kind of see there it has a kind of a semi-rich orange color on there. If you're a fan of orange, you're going to love this one. If you're not a fan of orange, you might want to pass on it. But I wanted to give you guys a good look today at this Cayenne bone from Case. It was it's a newer release. And one thing that jumped out about this little guy here, at least for me, is you see the etched bolsters on the front and back. You got your double X in your double lines. And again, your double X and your double lines on both front and back, which I thought was a nice little touch. Something a little bit different from Case. And you see this one has a, on the pile side anyway, has a little bit darker colors, whereas the front side is a little bit lighter. But still, nonetheless, it's not perfectly matched, and that's all right. It's not nothing to get excited about, but it is pretty well matched, so not bad at all. Let's see how they did on our springs, on our liners. Any gaps, any voids. So far, this one's looking real nice. You'll see a little bit of oil on there. I just gave her an oil bath. She was plenty thirsty from the factory, so we gave her a drink. Anyway, let's open this fella up here and see what makes her tick. There you see the 3-blade pattern packed into the 2-spring design. And we'll get into that here in a little bit about how well the 32 pattern does with three blades on a 2-spring pattern. Anyway, let's open her up here. Nice and smooth, no half stops. And a really pleasant little snap, really a pleasant little pull. This is nothing, this is not a gator snapper. It just has really beautiful action, really nice pull on it. I'd say the pull is a nice comfortable 6, maybe 6.5. Nothing too strong, nothing that's gonna break the fingernails. Anyway, let's take a look at that stamping on there for you. You got your Case XX, and again, you got your lightning strike S, which on these newer cases signifies you have yourself a stainless steel blade. And you see their dot pattern there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dot. And again, a nice little comfortable snap on there. Good little working snap, good little working blade. Really nice little clip point on there. And the 32 pattern from Case is something I enjoy carrying on a daily basis from time to time. I like the squared off bolsters. You kind of see how they have the pinch bolsters there. And I do like how they have the nail nicks up at a higher spot on the 32 pattern versus the other medium Stockman with the rounded bolsters is going to have a nail nick, which is going to be way up here on the top, more toward the top edge of the blade. So when you're going to open that guy up, you almost have to dig in down here, which is not a bad thing. I mean, if the knife is designed right, that's not going to be a problem, but I just prefer having the nail pull up top here and making it a little bit easier to access. One thing too to note, you will see a little bit of blade rub on here. You see some on the back side there. I have a small handful of these 32 patterns sitting around, and they all have pretty much blade rub in the same exact place. Just something to note. If it's not something that is going to be pleasing to you, you might want to pass on her, but they will exhibit some blade rub. Anyway, let's check the closing action on this guy. Nice and smooth. And a good little snap on that close. Not bad at all. Let's take a look at our secondary sheep's foot blade. Nice and smooth. And again, a decent snap. Not a gator snap, but again, not a gator pull either. And you see the blade rub on there. So something to note. Going to be a nice little using blade. You don't have to worry about it. It doesn't bug me one bit. And you see your USA 6, of course, for the bone. The bone scales, 3 for the number of blades, and your 032 pattern. And if I can get a better shot of that. There we go. You see your stainless steel designation on that guy. Good little working sheep's foot for you. Good tension on her. Really a nice little blade shape to use. Closing action nice and light, and good snap on the close. Really good snap on that close. So we do appreciate that. And one thing too to note, your third blade on these 3-bladed patterns, you get yourself a nice little pen blade. And that's another reason I'm a fan of these 32s. They take away that spade blade and they give you a nice little pen blade. And you guys know I'm a fan of the pen blades. Really do come in handy. And you see your stainless steel designation on there. Of course, with a little bit of oil bath in there. She's swimming. She's swimming a little bit, boys, but that keeps her happy, keeps her lubed up. Good tension on that. Good tension on that pen blade. And nice little snap on the close. So action on there is pretty good. Fit and finish is, I would say, on par with what Case is doing these days. There's a good shot. You can kind of see how that backside, the pile side, has a little bit more color in there, where the front side, a little bit lighter color in there. But no major gaps, no major problems. A little bit of blade rub. Get yourself a nice little user. You got your beautiful X, double X etches on the nickel silver bolsters. And of course your brass pins just make everything come together real nice on this pattern. So there's a good look at a Cayenne bone Stockman pattern number 32 from Case. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. And until next time.